But there's not much. There's not much. Maybe the Ruby with her I'm Offended can actually proc that demonic force for Phobius. So we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the drafts have been set by both of these teams. And once again, it's Rebellion who have a harder time to reach that power spike. But when they do, they're going to be lethal. 1-0 in the series. Will it be an equalizer by Rebellion, or will Evos Legends end it here, getting a clean sweep? Here it is, Evos versus Rebellion.
This is where it gets interesting because they have brought the Kadita once again for Dreams to take. And we saw the last time he was using this Kadita, he was able to really one-shot a lot of members on the opponent's team. But for Rebellion Zion, because of the way that they have drafted, there's not much of a clear target aside from Claude right now. But Dreams is already getting the brunt of all the aggression from the side of Rebellion Zion here in the early game.
No, for now, composition-wise here, Rebellion Zion can definitely force a fight after level 4, especially Sway Low on that. Oh, top side, Dyron is already low.
Something we expected in this lane. The Dyroth will definitely have more pressure. That killing pressure is definitely a lot. Up against a Phobius who, you know, yeah, he's going to lose out in terms of power in the early stage of the game. But Highs, whoa. Jumping with a BMI, actually going to get chunked even more there by the damage coming from Clover. But Region Arco is rotated. It was all a bait, perhaps, to force a flicker out of Clover.
As of right now here, the emblems are very interesting here from Suelo. He opted for that Impurage, so a lot of perhaps the enemies, Evos' HP will somehow help Suelo in dealing damage. Meanwhile, from the side of Taz, he opted for that, of course, that burn, magic burn here. So a lot of damage from Dreams and as well as Taz here. The combination is going to be deadly for team fights, and that is what Rebellion Zion needs to somehow be careful of here in the second game. But in mid-game, Highs can make something on the top side.
Oh, there's a gank here. Pendragon getting the first blood here, but Fearless is going to be able to secure a kill onto him. 1-for-1, Jungler picking up the kill. I do feel like it is more worth it for Rebellion right now because Fearless is also going to be able to get a few minions there, an XP minion as well. So he has a little bit of an XP buff, XP lead.
XP lead, yes. And now Rebellion Zion already rotating towards that gold buff and now setting up for the next neutral objective. But we have to be able to locate the fact that Evos Legends, they're already trying to prevent this from happening, perhaps looking for a reset. But Tsutsujin is nowhere to be found. He's actually opted to go for the enemy buff and leaving this uncontested to the hands of Rebellion Zion. But look at this. Dreams gets a little bit punished here from the damage onto Suelo as well as Taz.
Oh, gonna be careful though, because Tsutsujin, he's caught in a very tough situation. He is gonna be able to actually secure that purple buff. So it's all good for Evos Legends. They do lose out on the turtle, and Rebellion are already moving towards that bottom side. Clover doesn't have to flicker for another 8 seconds here. He needs to be careful. Notices it, backs away. Smart movement by Evo so far, but Rebellion have been the aggressors.
Seems like emblem-wise here, a lot of penetration here from the side of Evos Legends. All 5 members, they want to deal damage, and yeah, it seems like not much frontline presence from the side of Evos Legends, which can be exploited by the side of Rebellion Zion. We'll have to see though, with Wijanarko and as well as Fearless, with 3 fighters, practically, they might just force fights after fights. And Evos Legends, they are heavily relying on that Color Vaulter.
Dreams though, dealing damage out to Wijanarko. Not going to be able to burst down a roamer this early on, but Taz is looking for a steal, forcing the Retribution out. Again, both of the teams not really trying to force anything on the map. No neutral objectives, so they don't need to look for any crazy fights. But in the top side, Dyron and Pendragon going up against each other. Pendragon actually clearing out the waves here. Maybe setting up for a gank in the mid lane, or possibly just buying some time for the rest of the team as he is able to actually distract Fearless to go up top.
We can see now Rebellion Zion is looking for just more pressure, harassment onto Evos Legends right now. They're poking at one another, realizing that they have 15 seconds left to set up for this next turtle. So you can see Evos Legends already rotating towards the top side. Perhaps they want to be taking down Dairon first, and that might be exactly what they do here.
Forced a flicker out of him, Fearless with that. Oh my god, it's going to be Dreams who actually jumps in, but Suelo somehow surviving that one. Jumps in with the real world inflation, but the Cult Altar comes into play. Taz perfectly timed to save his member. Dreams getting out, just barely reach a Narco, bringing everybody back, but under the turret with a minion. It's the minion who tanks everything up for Pendragon to get another kill. 2-4-0. Evos Legends, they come out on top in this one, but they do not want to stop. Rebellion trying to go for more. Taz going for the recalls, taunting Rebellion.
Amazing disengage and re-engage from the side of Evos Legends, realizing that they were kind of caught beforehand, but they are going to be contesting for this next turtle, and Sutsujin is going to be able to win that battle.
A lot of action here for the past minute, but Evos Legends, Sutsujin claims that turtle before he gets taken down. What happened topside was, again, Wijinarko claiming the remembers, but fortunately for side of Evos Legends, there are still minions within the turret. So, no, the aggro didn't hit on towards the players. Take a look at the items here. We can see that Claude already with that VHS, but he also built a defense item there, steel-like plates, to somehow negate the damage from the side of that Clover and as well as Pendragon. Evos Legends with almost 1,000 gold lead. It seems like their items here is almost ready to perhaps force fight. Remember, they are very strong after 4, and especially at this moment, they are already at 8. So their ultimates is already at level 2, so perhaps expect more action from side of Evos Legends.
That's perhaps might be what they're going for right now, because we can see Pendragon already harassing that top side, and meanwhile, the other members from the side of Evos Legends, they're not standing idly by. They're looking for the next re-engage perhaps, especially now that they are gonna land their focus onto the gold lane.
Again, heavy emphasis on that bottom side. Highs jumping with the Blazing Duet onto Clover, who is able to flicker out with the torn apart memory as well.
Dreams
catching both of the members of the Petrify and finding the kill onto Highs. Clover dishing out the damage for Dreams and Sutsujin to capitalize. 2-0 once again. And it's based off of a play by Rebellion. Fearless, way too aggressive. Gonna get taken down by Clover. The torn apart memory was not even necessary. And here in the back lines, Suelo, real world manipulation canceled out. He's still staying in that bottom side. This is risky. It's a 4-man dive. A Breath of the Ocean connects Todd, bringing him back for the enhanced chain to connect. Rebellion here getting picked off one by one. And again, it's always Rebellion who have been the ones being aggressive, but Evos just capitalize.
Who needs a front line? Who needs a frontline for Evos Legends? We don't need a frontline.
We have a Cult Altar.
We have a Cult Altar. That's enough sustainability for us. What we want is damage and playmaking potential, and that's exactly what they're able to replicate and implicate on the board here. But here, once again, it actually is going to be Evos Legends being able to take the next turtle, despite the fact that Rebellion Zion had their eyes on the prize as well.
Oh, top side, Dairon. Ooh, I'm surprised Pendragon didn't go for that one. He had the Abyssal Strike. No, he doesn't. All right, that's why. He has a flicker though. Again, Rebellion Zion on the back foot. Donnie. Ooh, Highs jumping in. Taz, Shadow Stampede. They have such good disengage. And even Wijinarko. No. Unable to get that. I'm offended. It's Evos Legends with a 3,700 gold lead.
I gotta say, in game number 1, I was quite surprised that Dreams wasn't MVP, but in game number 2, he has to be MVP, right? With on this Kadita, a lot of plays were just enabled by him opening, initiating. Again, Dreams comes in, harassing the minds of Rebellion Zion. And Rebellion Zion now, what they need to do here in particular is, again, find a good fight with 5 and just protect Highs, heavily relying on a good initiation from Wijinarko and expect much from Highs.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Forcing a flicker out. I'm offended. Bringing Pendragon back in. Breath of the Ocean canceling it out. But there you go. The Cult Altar comes into play. But the Blazing Duet actually bursts everyone down. And this might be it. The position for them to get the damage done. Clover unable to use the torn apart memory to finish off the side of High just there. Dreams running away. They're going to be trying to get out. Clover used the flicker already. Jiren going to be able to bring Dreams back in. Dodging away from the Breath of the Ocean. Bottom side. Brody falls. They're grabbing kills left and right, just like you guys can grab food with the 50,000 discount right now. grb.to/MPL. Scan the QR code if you want an easy route for that one.
Initially, what was created by the side of Evos Legends, that gold gap has now been diminished to only 1,500. They lost a few members in that particular area, but they were able to push that top side. Meanwhile, Wijanarko getting quite aggressive here in that mid side, looking for a pick perhaps to, keep up the momentum that they have already built. But we can see the rotations happening from Rebellion Zion as well in that top side.
Now you see what I mean though, Eterna. The Blazing Duet taking all of the Cult Alter health instantly, right? That DPS, that basically feels like a burst because of how rapid it's shooting, but the Cult Alter can kind of be countered by that.
Yeah, it seems like now Evos Legends with... Somehow, they are now the ones who are pressured by the side of Rebellion Zion. Sure, it is still a battle here. It's still a power grab. But Rebellion Zion, with that play earlier, they have managed to find a good, effective team fight with 5 members on rotation. It seems like they are going to replicate it once again, especially with the Lord now up. They can't mess around here. Of course, bot side needs to be cleared. And if not, Evos Legends can somehow grab that advantage. If it not, yeah, I guess they are letting that turret collapse bot side.
We can see that Rebellion Zion have started to respect that magical damage coming in from Evos Legends, but the conceal play has been worked.
Oh, very good reaction, but again, the Blazing Duet just takes all of the Cult Alter HP, and Clover will fall. It's traded in by a tier 2 down below. Like you mentioned, Gani, they did not send anyone down there, but in the mid lane now, Fearless gonna get immobilized, gonna get caught there by Pendragon, taking him down 1 for 1, and that is definitely not worth it for Rebellion. They've lost their jungler. Wijanarko trying to disengage, will be able to do so, and it's actually Evos Legends who won in that pressure game and even in the trades.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. This is a little bit more difficult now that Rebellion Zion have started to reach their power spike. So initially what was very dominant by Evos Legends in that early game has now started to turn. We are entering the 12th minute of the game. The Lord has already spawned, and Rebellion Zion, they want to go for this.
They want to go for this. Evos Legends as well. I mean, Setsujin just grabs his Holy Crystal. So expect perhaps more aggressive plays from this guy. Not just neutral, grabbing the neutral objectives, not just grabbing the objectives as well. Perhaps with that Holy Crystal, he will definitely deal damage. Highs here, it still has no kills, but top side.
Dreams, oh, you are very mobile, but I don't know if you're able to get out this one. Wow, what a play. Petrified to cancel out Wijanarko, and man, Evos, they capitalize on that bottom. No, that top side actually, Wijanarko getting caught in the enhanced chain and everything. He's gonna be taken out, Dyra jumping left and right, but the Cult Alter is there to prevent any damage from coming into their actual health bars. Evos Legends on the back of Dreams, baiting the other members out. They catch way low, and it's most probably a free Lord here, unless Fearless can make a miraculous play to steal it. Doesn't seem like he wants to.
No, he's going to be prioritizing his buff first and foremost. He doesn't want to risk it this time around. 4,000 gold lead, a Lord on the way. They don't exactly have the wave manipulation cleared up just yet, and because of that, they've actually lost a turret there in that bottom side, Gani.
A lot of misplayed occurred here. Rebellion Zion in the past 2 minutes. They overcommitted on towards Dreams, and Evos Legends manages to capitalize on the other side of the map, and it was Swaylo that was isolated. And with that presence gone, Evos Legends managed to grab the Lord here with almost 5,000 gold lead established here. Evos Legends can somehow seek a base turret, especially realizing Evos Legends, they are somehow still behind, but then again, they have Ruby, Claude, and as well as Eve, so their wave clear here, their high ground is quite strong.
You're right, and they're really going for this. Evos Legends, they're trying to collapse all 3 lanes, but they can't. They don't have the pressure in that bottom side, so let's see what Evos Legends can do.
Oh man, they went in for that engage, the BMI as well, as that's gonna be High's actually dishing out a lot of damage onto that back line against 3 members with Wind of Nature, buying a lot of time, but in the top side, Setsujin, very objective base, just gets going. Wait, he can actually go for the seed. No, base, Setsujin, he's onto it, and Rebellion Zion, they're getting macro to death. Evos are playing the long game, bringing them back and forth just again to secure the objectives. Because of that, everyone backed off, and because of that, they get every single base turret.
Man, I thought that was lacking from the side of Evos Legends. I thought they overlooked the fact that they didn't punish the bottom side, but man, they have a plan, and here we go.
Oh, the plan is go in. Pendragon getting caught highs, able to back away with the BM. Pendragon with the Abyssum Strike. Oh my goodness, he finds the pickoff onto highs. Such a Jin against two members, able to go for the base right now. His objective here, enhanced sword by the time, clearing it out. A 2-0 dominant performance by the Tigers, winning it out in the blue battle. Nice game. GG. Well played.
200 IQ calculation by Sutsujin at the very end. He was so close to get taken down. If he misplayed that, that would have been disastrous.
Remember, it was the First Lord that wasn't enhanced. We just talked about the composition of the Rebellion side being strong in the high ground with Ruby, with Clauden, as well as Yi, but it wasn't translated on the defense. Evos Legends manages to distract the members of Rebellion Zion, and yeah, with the help of Pendragon, with the help of Sutsujin, they managed to dismantle Rebellion Zion in the second game and make it close the series out with a 2-0 fashion.
Evos Legends have done their job to potentially be the halftime champion of the playoffs, of the regular season right now. All they need to do is wait to see